Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching us every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. Also, special thanks to everyone who sends messages. If you have any ideas or suggestions for shows you'd like me to do a little research for you, I'll be glad to do that. I love research, so you can send an email to Donna at donnasedge.com. That's Donna at donnasedge.com. So let's talk about finances. Okay, so some people would say we're in a recession. Some people say we're not in one. I don't know where you live, but in my neck of the woods, there is a recession going on. And so when the cost of groceries and things are doubled and tripled what they were just a few years ago, we're in a recession. And when you're breaking home less and paying more, that's called a recession. So let's go ahead and start talking about this. So the recession is a business cycle contraction that occurs when there is a general decline in the economic activity. So recessions typically occur when there is a widespread decrease in spending. This could be caused by a financial crisis, an external trade shock, an adverse supply shock, or a bursting of an economic bubble. And so we're all trying to be really prepared for this. Nothing hurts to be prepared. And I'll have to tell you, my granddad actually paid off a farm in 2 years during a horrible depression that was happening here in the United States back in the day. So he buys the farm and just did not want to owe anybody any money. Worst of times. And so he set himself a goal. Now, he did work a lot of hours. He worked two jobs and had his garden and the farm and all that. But he was able to pay the farm off in 2 years, exactly like he wanted to do. You can still make things happen, okay? You just have to work smart at it. Wouldn't help to go through the book of Proverbs. That's really been a huge help to us in our lives as well. But let's go ahead and get started about what those top 10 things are. And then I'll go ahead and go into discussion about those. So number one is review the expenses and make changes where necessary. Sometimes, and we'll get on that in a minute, but I wanted to mention one. Sometimes, especially with our cell phone and with being on the internet, sometimes you'll subscribe to something with intentions of only being there for the free part of it. And then what happens? Life happens and you forget all about it. Next thing you know, you're being charged 10 or 15 bucks. So keep up with that. That's going to be my number one. But we're going to get down with more info about that. Number two, automate the finances. Number three, invest in yourself. Number four, live below your means. How many times you hear your grandparents say that? Don't live above your means. They knew something about that. Number five, get rid of debt. Number six, make a budget and stick to it. Number seven, invest in quality, not quantity. Number eight, you want to shop around for better deals. Number nine, cut out unnecessary luxuries. Number 10, have an emergency fund. And then we'll have the conclusion. So let's go ahead and dig in. Okay, so number one, we said review the expenses and make changes where necessary. So let's just see what the author of this article says. It's essential to take a close look at the finances and make adjustments to ensure that we live within the means. This may include making changes to the budget. Sometimes you have to do that mid-year. Things can happen. You might lose your job, lose hours. Maybe one of the folks who's contributing is not contributing anymore. Millions of things can happen. But you can cut back on non-essential spending or find ways to save money on essential expenses. It may also mean looking at our income and finding ways to increase it. Now, this can involve looking for a new job or starting a new side hustle. A lot of folks are doing that, and bring in some extra cash. We have had a side hustle for years. I don't know, I've been doing this about 15 or 20 years. We sell items. I'll buy things at a low cost, and Phil does too. Go to yard sales or whatever. And then we sell things on eBay. You can do that. It's pretty nice living to do that. If that's all we did, we'd be happy. Number two would be to automate the finances. So let's see what they mean by that. So one way to stay on top of the finances is to automate as much as possible. Now, this can help anyone to avoid late fees and penalties and keep track of their spending. There are many ways to automate finances, including setting up automatic payments for bills, investing in a budgeting app, or using a financial tracking tool like Mint or Personal Capital. I like the idea, and this is how you can save yourself a little bit of money too. So we have a Capital One credit card. It's a MasterCard. And so what we like to do is buy everything we possibly can on this Capital One credit card. And so then it's through Walmart. So I never walk into the store. I don't have to, not when I can save 5%. So what I'll do is have items either, and we got this when COVID happened, and that caused us to do this because I have asthma and Phil was afraid to get me out in public. So we would just order things and have them sent to the house, or we would just go, one of those bays and have someone bring our items out to the car. At first I didn't like it, but I've never really been a shopper anyway. But again, at first I didn't like it, and that's kind of grown on me. Now I really enjoy it because I'm not going to go in and spend money on a Snickers bar when I really don't need to buy a Snickers bar. I found that I'm not shopping and I'm not buying things I really don't need by having them come to the car. And plus, I kind of like having stuff shipped because I use the boxes, unless they have some kind of a wax coating on them. I use the boxes, first of all, to ship other products when I sell things on eBay, but I mainly use them for my compost pile for the garden. So see, I got me a good thing going on there as well. But you save 5% on whatever you buy at Walmart. And if you use this card anywhere else, okay, you'll be able to save 1 to 2%. Most restaurants, you're going to get a 2% rebate. So what's pretty cool, now you got to pay it off or it's not worth it. So what we'll do is as the month progresses, we're going ahead and pay down on it. So we don't have the interest charges. And then also get these really nice little surprises. Sometimes I'll have 5, 10, like last month, because Christmas, the holidays and everything came on. So I wound up with pretty much, well, almost $100 just in, getting the 5% back. So look into that. It's a Capital One card through Walmart. I think they have it through Amazon, maybe a few other companies as well. But go ahead and look that up. I know Lowe's has one as well. Okay, so let's also talk about investing in you, in yourself. So investing in themselves is one of the best things anyone can do for financial health. This may include taking courses. That's what I did this past year. I went through Auburn University, the Master Gardener's class, and I'm going to tell you what, it was worth it. I can raise more food and I'm going to know what to handle. I learned how to root, just little clippings. See, I bought some, I love lavender plants, so I bought some lavender plants. I only bought like 4 of them. So I was able, out of what I planted yet last year in the garden, or this year in the garden, I was able to do little cuttings, and I made roots, and I've got 120 plants I'm going to plant out for my little lavender garden, and I'm so excited about that. That's going to attract bees like crazy. And honey, I hear, is going to taste really good. So invest in yourself. Again, you can take classes. We have a number of, we have Snead State Junior College, you have Northeast Alabama Community College, Jack State, you got Northeast, you got the Gadsden Community College up there too. And if you're just looking for a trade, I'm going to tell you what, you can really get in on some of these courses, and in some cases may not cost you anything. Never hurts to ask. Ask if they have any grants available. Maybe somebody who did not use their grant. You just never know. So invest in you, invest in yourself. Now, this may include taking courses or classes to improve your job skills, investing in a hobby or a side hustle that can generate additional income, or simply taking steps to reduce stress and live a healthier lifestyle. Exercising helps me. It really does. Now, some people can do better by exercising in the morning, and some people do better by exercises in the evening. The only tip I have is if it's in the evening, make sure it's a couple hours before you go to bed, because exercising gives me energy and I won't sleep. I'll be sitting up all night thinking about things. You know what I mean? So especially when I do my exercising in the morning or at least a couple hours before I go to bed. Okay, we talked about number 3. Now let's talk about number 4. This is not a real popular one, okay? Because we've been told to spend on ourselves, put it on the credit card. It doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about paying it. Yeah, you do have to worry about it. But here's what number 4 says. Live below your means. Your grandparents used to say, don't live above your means. So one of the best ways to save money is to live below the means. Now this means spending less than anyone earns and saving the rest of it. It may require changes to the lifestyle and cost of living, such as downsizing the home, driving a less expensive car, or eating out less often. Now, However, living below the means can help anyone build up savings, which can cushion during tough economic times. You got that money sitting back there just in case you need it. But if you're looking for a car, only buy used cars. And the only person I really trust is Bobby Ledbetter with Twin City Used Car Sales. And a lot of you know that must be the case with me because he's the only one who advertises with me. I really don't want any other car folks. I just don't want them because Bobby's the best. You can depend on him and his team to treat you right and with a good price. Now, if you have issues with, some people just have no credit. So if you have issues with getting credit, they can help you there as well. So go ahead and check him out. He's located in Gadsden, BobbyLedbetter.com. Number 5, and this is of utmost importance, get rid of debt. Now, another way to save money is to get rid of debt. This may include paying off credit cards, student loans, or other types of debt. Getting rid of debt can free up money that can be used to save or invest. So once anyone is debt-free, they'll have more money to save and invest. So you're constantly saving. You're setting yourself a pattern here, okay, that can help you reach your financial goals quicker and easier. So Brad and Larissa, I've told you guys, a lot of new listeners, a lot of new watchers, about what they did. So they bought a townhouse close to Raleigh, North Carolina. And so they went with a 30-year mortgage, and I almost freaked out when they did that, but I didn't say anything because it was none of my business. But I'm thinking, oh my goodness, they did a 30-year mortgage. He wound up being very, very smart. So what they did is they made their house, they made the house payment, and then they turned right around and added Larissa's entire paycheck every single month. He set a goal, just like my granddad did. And their goal was to have the townhouse paid off before their 10th wedding anniversary, and they did it. And it's really easy to do, and I'll tell you how you can keep motivated by doing this. You can go to whatever your favorite search engine is, and you can just type in home payoff or home loan payoff, and you can also find an amortization sheet. Now, what it'll ask you for is what you paid for your property. Let's just say it was $100,000. That was what it sold for. And if you put a down payment, let's just say you put $10,000 down payment. So you did $10,000. You're going to put that in there. You'll also need to put down the interest rate, and you'll also need to put how many months. So if it's 20 years, you do it 20 years in there. I think they do it by the month and not the years. Then you'll look down and you'll press enter, and it'll come up with exactly what your house payment is. Then you'll look down below that, and you'll see a place where you can add, say, maybe an extra $100 a month. Or maybe you want to make 2 payments every month. Let's say your house payment is $1,000. So you're going to pay $500 at the first of the month, and then you'll pay another $500, say, on the 15th of the month. What you're doing there is you're tricking yourself into making 1 extra house payment per year. You put that into the amortization schedule, and you'll see you're going to be shaving years off of your house payment. So Brad and Larissa paid it off, their townhouse, instead of 30 years, it was 10 years. They saved over $100,000. Okay, so they were able to do this. They also trained themselves. That money they saved, the money they spent, they're saving that. So that's what you want to do. So it all comes out of a habit. That's what all of this comes from. But anyway, getting rid of debt, that's a great thing to do. Let's go into a commercial break, and we shall return in just a few minutes.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. We are back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Dot Show, where truth matters. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You can also find us at the podcast, thenewscasters.com. thenewscasters.com. Lots of fantastic talk show hosts there. So go ahead and check them all out. We all believe in speaking the truth. Now we're talking about the 10 things that you can do in order to make it through a recession or through bad economic times.
And so we've had some real good ones, first five. Now we're going to go with the next five. Number 6 is make a budget and stick to it. You heard what I said, stick to it. So let's do it. A budget can be a helpful tool for saving money. Now, a budget can help anyone track their spending, set financial goals, and make adjustments to ensure they live within their means. It's important to remember that a budget is a guideline. It's not a strict rule, so it's important to be flexible and adjust as necessary. Let me tell you a good budget thing that you can do to save some extra money. So let's say you've got 3 credit cards, okay, and you want to pay one of them off. It's wiser, and this is the Dave Ramsey way, and it works. So what you'll want to do is pay off the one with the highest interest, okay? Make extra payments towards that one. And once you get that one paid off, look at the money you're saving. You're getting rid of all that interest. That's the devil, okay, in the details, is the interest is causing you. Most people don't even realize it's happening. They just think it's a fixed thing. No, you don't have to keep doing that. Okay, so you got that credit card paid off, okay? You're saving yourself some interest. Okay, so now let's work on the one that has the next highest interest. So let's go ahead and start making the payments that you had been making on the first one. Add those payments onto the second one and make your regular payments as well. Man, you're going to have it paid off in no time. Then you got the last one. You got the cream of the crop. You want to go ahead and get rid of that one too. So going ahead and make those extra payments. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to do yourself a huge favor and save yourself thousands of dollars. I know of people who have had an issue with credit card debt, and they were paying on these credit cards for years. I'm telling you, maybe something like a credit card that had maybe $5,000 on it wound up being $50,000 because those interest and penalties just keep adding up. So young folks, be really, really careful out there when you get those cards. Try to pay it off before you even get the bill. Do your best to do that, okay? It'll save you money in the long run. Number 7, invest in quality, not quantity. So let's talk about that. When it comes to spending, it's important to focus on quality over quantity. This means you may be buying fewer things. However, you're buying better quality items that will last longer. It can also mean investing in experiences rather than material possessions. It's absolutely true. So I used to shop, we were living in Oxford, I used to shop at Dillard's, and Dillard's would have the absolute fantastic sales. I mean, on awesome things. You would save so much money. And I dressed really, really nice. I wore a lot of suits back in those days. So I have a coat that I still have now. I bought this coat back in the year 2005. I definitely remember it. It's when I started my first talk show. It's made out of leather, and it is super nice. And it still looks good. This leather coat was I think it was like a $300 coat, something like that. I bought it on sale for, guess what? $20. Yeah. Now, would I have spent $200? No, I wouldn't have spent $200 or $300 for a coat. But I found a good quality coat when it was on sale. And again, I still wear that coat. It still looks good. I mean, still. I have another long leather coat that I found at a thrift store. Like it had never been used whatsoever. I paid, I think, $1 for that coat, and every time I wear it, people are just like, they go, "You dress so nice." Well, I say I spend money wisely, and you can do it too. And especially if you have to dress up for your job, nobody else is dressing up for the job anymore. You can find all kinds of awesome things. This sweater I have on right here, I love anything that looks like animal print whatsoever. $1 at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. Go down there, you'll find some good deals. Okay, let's see. Shop around for better deals. I've got to hurry. Shop around for better deals. So another way to save money is to shop around for better deals, and this may include comparing prices online, using coupons or discounts, or waiting on sales. So shopping around can help you get the most for your money and avoid overspending. I'll tell you, I miss a lot of things about living in Charlotte, North Carolina. I really do. I loved living there. I'll tell you one thing I really, really miss. So they had a grocery store there. I think it's still there. And all my Charlotte, North Carolina friends are listening right now. You know what I'm talking about. So they would put these double and triple coupon days out there. So I would save coupons. It turned into I had fun doing this. Now you got to be organized with this. So I had this little wallet with me, and with the wallet was, and let me turn this down. I think somebody's trying to call me. So with this little wallet, it had these little dividers in it. So I would have everything broken down like to meat products, cleaning products, vegetables, canned products, baking products, whatever. And so when I had coupons, I'd go ahead and clip those and put them in the categories. So I'd wait. And I don't know how many times I would have to buy a pack of chewing gum or something because they could not give me any money back. I would wind up with a cart full of groceries that cost me nothing. And so if Harris Teeter's still doing that, and for all of you folks, maybe you are in an area where grocery stores are doing that, take advantage. You think it doesn't work, but if you've got a coupon that says like 30 cents, let's say it's only 30 cents, but the cost of the item is 70 cents, and you're using double or triple coupon days, look at the money. You're paying 60 cents, or you're paying like 16 cents for something that maybe costs 60 cents when you have coupons like that. So go ahead and check it out. I've checked it out. I don't have anything like that here. I wish we did. But anyway, I really did love doing that. Okay, number 9. Oh, and also do shop out for some better deals. Okay, when you're shopping online, there's Walmart up there. Sometimes you can put, and this is shopping online, sometimes you can put something in a cart, and with some stores, not everybody does it, but with some stores you'll put it in a cart and don't do anything, leave it there for a couple of days, and sometimes you'll get an email, and this email may say, we see you have something in your cart. Buy it today and you'll save an extra 20%. That's happened to me a lot. So think about that as well. Put it in the cart first. If it's something you don't need right away, put it in the cart and leave it there a couple of days and just see what happens. Number 9, cut out unnecessary luxuries. One way to save money is to cut out unnecessary luxuries. Now, this may include cutting back on cable TV. We don't have cable TV. Eating out less often. Taking fewer vacations. While enjoying life is important, cutting back on unnecessary spending can help save money. It most certainly can. We live in an area that's beautiful here in North Alabama. You can run out to Gadsden, check out Nakalula Falls. There's Little River Canyon. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff right here in your own neck of the woods too. So check that out. Go on a picnic. You'll have a lot of fun. The last one, have an emergency fund. Okay, an emergency fund can help anyone avoid going into debt or using credit cards to pay for unexpected costs. So it's important to have at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in an emergency fund. Now, when building an emergency fund, start small, then gradually increasing the amount saved each month is super important. If anyone has hard time saving money, they can do a few things to make it easy. So let's talk about that. One option is to open up a separate savings account that's not easily accessible. Now, this helps avoid using the money for non-emergency expenses. Another option is to set up a budget and make sure not to spend more than you can afford every month. Conclusion, saving money can be difficult. It sure can. But it's important to remember that even small changes can make a huge difference. Anyone can save money by living below the means, getting rid of debt, making a budget, and investing in quality, not quantity. Additionally, shopping is better deals and cutting unnecessary luxuries out. And that can help you save money. Finally, it's important to have an emergency fund to cover the unexpected expenses. By following these tips, you can save money. You most certainly can, and you can get yourself out of debt. I want to see you do that. And when it does happen, please send me an email and let me know. My email address is donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. Thank you so much for watching.